And the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And welcome to the Wise Hour. I'm your host, Jay Melane, also known as Wise. Well, we be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Family, I have a special guest here today. If you want to learn how to build a scalable business with systems, tell you right now, I got the perfect person for you today. So you want to get your recording device, get your iPad, whatever method is to get this information, because I'm telling you right now, she can be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. But before we go into the show, I need you guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. We're a community here, family. And more you push this information out, more you like, share, comment, more people will be notified, more people will get these 24 karat gold bars. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to stop that. So keep it coming. And I appreciate each and every person who's doing this for this amazing podcast. All right, family, I'm not going to hold you. So let's go.
At the Wise Hour, we break through the night, bringing knowledge fire, so hold on tight. Every episode, a story to unfold. We're turning every minute into gold.
And this is the place where we be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Candace, it's been a long time coming. How are you doing today?
Jay, what's going on? I'm excited to finally be here. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
It's been a little bit of us trying to get together, but now that we're finally here, it's gonna be magical.
Hey, that the sign says above your head, never give up. So hey, we
Never
never
give
gave
up.
up, and this opportunity had came to pass. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to help others in this community who's going to see how they can build scalable business with systems, and that's a unique approach. But before we do that, I would like you to briefly tell everybody who you are.
My name is Candace Mackey. I am a client journey specialist. I believe in service first and ensuring that everything that you do has the client in mind. There's stages to the whole thing, and I'm going to get you through those stages.
Oh, I know you will. I know you will. I'm fortunate enough to be able to connect with you through a community deeper than the brand, and also the Lions behavior with I guess we said our fearless leader, Nikki Sanders, and you
Yes.
are. We're gonna have a. I'm gonna talk about this. You like one. I call one of the anchors there, and we make sure you know because I hear Nikki. Nikki said, "I need to run this by Candace right here real quick because Candace, I want to, you know." And we're like, everybody like, okay, what Candace says, what Candace, you know, so because we know it's confirmed and we know that your ability to be able to scale businesses and have a process and a system in place to make things
Mhm.
happen is truly amazing. And we see that in
Thank you.
even in our community. So it's an honor for me to have you here and have you dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. So with that being said, all right, I want to drop some questions in here to get people to know a little bit more about you. Then we're gonna
Okay.
go into what we talk about these scalable systems, so they know where it's coming from. So, with that
Okay.
being said, you have a powerful story, starting as a teen mom
Hmm.
and then become a respectable system and strategist.
Hmm.
What are some of your pivotal moments that shape your personal transformation?
Hmm. Well, that's a good question. You never even, when you're going through life, you're just going through life and trying to make sure that you know you get through and that people are taken care of. I never even thought about like pivotal moments, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, let me think through that. I would say when I stopped going to school because
Okay.
I don't have my degree. Because I made a very specific decision. I was pregnant at 14, had my son at 15,
Okay.
and wanted him to have a fulfilled life. I had seen other teen moms and kind of what they were doing with their kids. And, I was attempting to go to university. I was a pre med major. I have shadowed neurosurgeons. I've got autographs with Dr. Ben Carson. Like
Come on now.
I was on my way. But I was also taking away from his life. I was also taking time away from him, and I didn't like that. So, one of the decisions that I made when I stopped going to school was my children didn't ask to be here. So why should they have a sacrificed childhood
Okay.
because of my what I was categorizing as selfish ambitions? So I just worked. I went into corporate America, started in mortgage, and then ended up at AT&T Wireless, and went into training and people leadership and all kinds of really great stuff, and got the corporate paycheck bug.
Mm-hmm.
So I never went back. um, but one of those pivotal decisions was definitely not going to school while I was raising my children. And then the other decision was when I was voluntold
Oh, okay.
promoted
Okay.
into entrepreneurship,
Mm. Interesting.
all a la a layoff. And so, I could have, that was a pivotal decision, right? I could have continued to submit all of the resumes, but I
Mm-hmm.
looked back at my 34 years of experience and said, there's got to be something out here that I know how to do, that I can help people with, that they're willing to pay me for.
Come on
And
now.
I can continue to stay home and be with my daughter during her high school years. And then she ended up having some mental health challenges that really required my presence. And so I really do look at this decision to be an entrepreneur as a gift. It really has been a tremendous gift. It ain't easy, but it's been a gift.
Oh man, that's 24 karat gold bars indeed. And when I say that, I usually do this. You dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. And I listen to your experience, like you said. You had your son when you was 15 years old, and
Mhm.
you had to make the hard decision for your life because you saw the examples, you saw the things around you, and you say, you know what, he didn't ask to be here, but
Mhm.
what I'm going to ask myself is to make a way for him to be here. You
Yes.
get what I'm saying? You made a way. So you had to make adjustments in your life. And like you say, you're in the corporate space. I know as an entrepreneur and also still work in the corporate space, I understand the time and the effort that is required to you work in the space. And you have a vision and dream. Then, like you said, life hit again and a shift happened. And like you said, with a layoff, then you had to make it say, could I keep on doing the resumes, or what skills that I have learned that I can
Mhm.
apply and people are willing to pay into these services to make it happen. And you
Yep.
chose, like I said, to step out by faith and walk into the talents, the skills you have, and actually start an amazing business, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. We're going to deep dive. So, family, you don't want to miss out because I already explained in the beginning. So, we're going to talk about some things. But right now, I'm going to get the history, letting you know that it's anything possible. You can have a challenging life. Something
Yes.
can happen in your life that can offset you, and you had the amazing dreams, amazing one, and you had to pivot. She made the pivot in her life. She made the pivot, and guess what? And she still kept forward. And she's now this amazing, successful entrepreneur that, trust me, blessed me because she blessed my life. Like I said, even in the community and stuff, she shares so many great ideas and points. And I see the servitude within her and allowed to be able to bless others. So it's amazing how I call it the walk of life will put people in your journey. So
Mhm.
we're so thankful with that. And next question I'm going to ask you, because you're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, right?
Okay.
Many entrepreneurs struggle with confidence early on.
Mhm.
What mindset helped you break through your own limiting beliefs?
Mhm. It's amazing how you knew I had a mindset shift and the limiting beliefs. And let me tell you, it was difficult at first because I went into a position of helping someone who needed help full time. And so I literally went as an entrepreneur, but with an employee mindset. And it became really challenging after a year
Okay.
because there was independence, but oversight. And it
Mm,
really became incongruent for me.
okay.
And I saw it, and I really believe the person I was working for saw it, but we also blended business and friendship. So it
Oh,
became this uncomfortable. I gotta tell my friend. Like, so, you just have to make decisions to stand in what you know is right. I saw my business elevating. I saw the caliber of individuals that were calling for my work, my service, my insight. And you just move into that uncomfortable conversation. And the more you get those reps in those uncomfortable conversations, the more they're no longer uncomfortable. So it's becoming clear on what you want and how things should be for you to have peace and for you to perform at your highest level. And that gets you to that confidence that you need. It's the knowing what you want. I'll tell you exactly how this conversation came up. I was fortunate enough to be a +1 in Dr. Eric Thomas's mastermind, E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Yep.
And so I was partnered with this individual. I was their +1. We were in the group, and they weren't spending as much time in there, but as a +1, I had equal rights to be at all of the meetings, etc. And so during one of his teachings on a Sunday, he was kind of telling the story of Jonathan and David. Jonathan was, partnered with David. Those of you guys that are spiritual, you understand that context. And at the end of the conversation, I asked him, I said, well, hey, E, how do you know when you're no longer Jonathan, you get to stand as your own David and you have to find your Jonathan? Like, what does that look like? And he understood what I was asking, so he just spoke to me directly instead of like answering that kind of covert question. And he basically said, Candace, we all want to help you, but you don't know what you want. Until you know what you want, we can't help you. So once you go and you figure out what it is you want and how you want it, then you will have people that will come to you and be able to help you with your journey. I'm paraphrasing clearly.
Come on.
But it really did, because I was very much the employee. I was in people pleasing. I was in like, what is it you want me to do? As opposed to like, I had opinions. I would say, well, I don't necessarily think that is a good color mix, or your website should look like this, or, we should probably change the messaging that way. But it was never that forward. This is my strategic thought process of how things should be. It was always in like, well, what do you want? And how do you want it? It was very people pleasing. And that conversation really was the catalyst of me doing some really good introspection, understanding what I had set up, hearing and internalizing what people were saying about the work product that I was producing, and then just really sitting in that and like really searching myself and imploring the Holy Spirit, like, all right, God, like, help me to see what other people see in me, because I'm not seeing it right now. And so it took a little time, but I became, a little more confident, saying a little more, using my voice in certain spaces, and then like, here we are, and I'm all the better for it. Like, it was that by far was the most pivotal conversation that I've had in the last 2 years.
Leaders don't wait for change, they create it. Champions don't walk alone, they stand together in faith in this great collaboration. This is your invitation to the Leaders Live Generously Prayer Breakfast of Champions, a gathering of visionaries, believers, and world changers. Where? I'm telling you, 32747 Grand Traverse, August 30th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. It will be a morning of revelation, restoration, and renewed strength. Isaiah 40:31 says, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings as eagles. You know it's your time to soar. I need you to come expecting divine encounters, prophetic impartation, kingdom connections that will shift your life forever. Don't miss this moment with destiny, because when leaders pray, heavens move. I want to see you there. Click now on the link. This is Dr. Prophet Anthony Shannon signing out. I'll see you in the place.
Awesome. Wow. For it's written, wisdom is the principal thing. So therefore get wisdom. Where all you're getting, get understanding. And I love the way, like you said, Dr. Eric Thomas, ET, he pulled you to the side. He could have just watched up because he got, like I said, many people. He could just generally answer that. But he put you to the side and was honest with you. And that honesty caused a conversation within yourself, and then you had to start looking towards yourself. And one thing he said was very that caused me to actually reflect. You did a simple prayer: God, I don't see it, show me how I can do this, how can I can service and helping people. It didn't happen immediately, but it
No.
happened through time. It happened
Yes.
through you, the sign above you, never give up. It's that continue to walk by faith, not by sight. And through that journey, or you walking through the process, you're able to see the purpose. You're able to see what your unique talents and stuff you have that can be a blessing, not just for yourself, not to your family, but to the community. And I would dare say the world. So come on now, you just dropping 24 karat gold bars. Indeed, I love it. I love the journey. And with that, so I get people get understanding who the person is, because I think a lot of times we talk about the success of a person, we talk about things, but don't know the story behind the glory.
Yeah.
And we so I love that, and I didn't know about that. So I'm like, wow, now I see you on a different level. I like, I'm saying, you dropping gold bars, you get everything all lined up. You know what I'm saying? You think everybody's life is lined up and being so perfect, but there
Oh yeah.
is a story.
100%.
Get a person there, and there's a process behind that, and you have to trust the process in life to get you to the point. Man, oh, come on now, you're going to start something here. All right,
Let's go,
let me go to
Jay.
the next. Man, let me go to the next question before you go ahead. And be up here preaching, and which I had no problem with that either. So let's go ahead.
Listen.
Hey, this right here, because people want to know about the business standpoint. So I want to let them know what you come from, what your experience is. So you have led large teams at Toyota and AT&T Wireless. What are one or two key lessons from your corporate life that still guide your business today?
One of the chief ones is that everyone's different. One of the things that my clients aren't employees, but they are, right? Your clients, we're partnered. And even in the call center, when I had my teams of individuals, we were still partners in their career.
Okay.
And so I would have teams of individuals from 18 to 78. I've managed every age. And what the 18-year-old finds as the carrot, the most exciting thing, is not at all of interest to my 78-year-old employee. And I have to speak to each one of them differently. What excites you, what motivates you, what aligns with you is going to be very different than what aligns with my daughter, than what aligns with ET or aligns with Nikki. I speak to each one of you differently. And that comes from my investment in what it is you're trying to accomplish. So that is huge. I can create one offer, but the offer is still going to look different in your business versus Nikki's business versus John's business versus Melissa's business. And it's my ability to know the process from beginning to end, to know where you're going to get caught up, where you're going to excel, where we have to spend a little more time, and where I may have to do some metaphorical teaching to bring you along and make sure you see how it fits your business. So that was a biggie for me, is that, I can't treat you guys all like robots. Like, you guys are all different with different experiences and different backgrounds. And so you hear and see things differently.
I love that approach, because I had a conversation with a person about that as well. And I think what happened in the corporate environment that we have in America, sometimes we want to create money making generation thing and like a cookie color thing, but it
Yes.
doesn't apply to everybody because,
At
like
all.
you said, everybody is different based on how they learn, how they see things, their thoughts. And
Mhm.
somebody who, like you, who's a business owner who work with people to build and scale, you have
Mhm.
to understand that person, what they are, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, what things they are challenged with, what some of the things they are strong with, which we're going to go into a second. You talk about strong future service, so we're going to jump on that in just a second. But I love the way you see that and you approach it in that manner. How ET see things totally different. How Nikki see things. How
Correct.
how I see things. It's totally different how you see things. But
Yep.
the thing is, how can I work with you, bring out your strengths, work on your challenges so you can go forward and be able to scale your business. And with that being said, we're going to drop into this part right here. I just mentioned the name of your service, your company, and we want to talk about that. What inspired you to name your company Strong Future Services?
Yeah, what's funny is I don't remember. And sad, but like it's just everything in me is about making sure that my future is easier.
Come on now.
And so if I think about like when I put it together, my kids were young, I had just gotten divorced, um, had was really making a move in Toyota Financial where I was in a really great position. I had a tough manager, but I was in a really great position, highly respected across the country. Um, but there was something that was happening that made me think I'm not retiring from here. Even though I was doing really great, listen, I to this day still bleed red, still very much a Toyota advocate. I still think they make the best cars on the road. Um, but there was something in me that knew I wasn't going to retire from there
Come on.
because I've
Mm.
had the LLC since then, since 2015. And I said, okay, I got to strengthen my future because corporate's not always going to be it. Because I
Come on.
could see the people who had been there 25, 35 years in the same spot. And I was like, yo, that's wild. Like I did 17 years there and literally hyperventilated when I left. Like I was like,
Ooh. Ooh. Mm.
I can't get back in. What am I going to do? Like it scared me to
Mm-hmm.
leave because you've got the safety, the routine, the steadiness, the predictability, all the things. But it wasn't until I really started up the business in 2023 where I was like, see, God, I see you. Because he knew I'd be here. He knew I'd need this. He knew it would be something that would speak to my future. So I just, my steps have been ordered. He put everything in place. Nothing surprises me anymore. I look at where I am, what I experience, where I go, the experience that the skills that I've leaned on from the past and go, you knew I'd be here.
Come on now.
So I don't remember a conscious thought. I just remember knowing I had to shore up my future. Strong Futures made sense to me. Nobody had the name. So, it's Strong Futures LLC, and then these are the services I provide. Strong Future Services.
Ooh,
Because I'm strengthening your future.
strengthening. Oh gosh, I love the name. And I love the honesty behind it. You know what? I don't really know. Some people get this long. No, you being real. I love you being authentic. And the thing is, it actually defines you, strong future, because you thought about you think about your future. You're thinking about what can I do today that will help me manage my tomorrow. And what I
100%.
do today, it has to be, whatever it is, like you said, strong. So you have to have, love. You can't be weak now. You can be strong. Like,
And you know
what's
what?
stronger?
Sometimes I struggle with that
Come
because
on
the
now.
Bible says, don't worry about tomorrow.
Yes.
Worry about today.
Mm-hmm.
The birds don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about what they're going to eat. I'm
Correct.
paraphrasing clearly. Don't get on me, scholars. But
Yeah.
but
If y'all want
I
to read it, just go to Matthew 6. Yeah,
there you
just read
go.
Matthew 6 and y'all got it.
Thank you, sir. But sometimes I struggle with that because I'm constantly thinking about what's next, what's tomorrow. How does that work? Like if I do your website, let's say I did your website, and you say, all right, Candace, we're going to run a challenge on Monday, and I'm taking it from $17 to $27.
Mm,
That requires systemic changes.
yes.
My brain says, all right, there's 6 different places that have to be changed. Whereas you're like, can't you just go in there and like, we're just charging people $27? And I'm like, no. There is impact to every decision that is made, and it impacts your tomorrow. So I'm constantly thinking, like it's summer, kids are home. They don't always eat what I eat. So I pick up 5 peaches Monday through Friday. If my peaches are gone, then I'm like, you messed up my routine. so strong futures is kind of it's a blessing and a curse. I'm always thinking, planning, meal
It's
prepping,
a
shopping.
balance. It's alignment and balance. And I love the way you approach that because you talk about reality. You see deeper than the surface level. And what happened, you made a good example and a good approach on this. You talk about, okay, I want to change this from 17 to 27, whatever the number was. And the person said, just change the number. But every action causes a reaction to something else. So you have to look at more than just the surface level. When I make this decision to do this, what else is connected attached to that? What other decision by me making this will impact this other form or what other platform, what other person, what other system? We'll go back to systems because that what you're specialized at. What other system that will cause a change that can actually benefit you? If not, that can actually harm you and make things go down. And that's you as a person who had this streaming talent and gift in be able to recognize some things. We need you on our team to be able to actually analyze, break it down, because I might miss it, but you would catch it. And I love the standpoint that you say using the word of God, and I love it because you actually talking about one of my favorite scriptures, which is Matthew 6 and 33 and 34. In Matthew 33 it said, "First seek the kingdom of God and His righteousness, then all other things be added on to you." But 34 is very important. He said, "Don't worry about tomorrow, because
Yes.
tomorrow have enough problem of its own." So the tension is to focus on today. If you focus in the future, yes, plan. But your plan is based off what you do today, but therefore you'll have a success in tomorrow. If you're too busy talking about thinking about tomorrow, you don't have the ability to actually focus on what the task need to be done today. So when you think about making that decision to jump to $27, you think about tomorrow. But by you making that decision to do 27, what impact it caused today? But
Correct.
let's break it down. Okay. You see, I started something here. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to bring it back. Bring it back.
I'm not
24
just the
karat
person
gold.
that asks a bunch of questions and gets on everybody's nerves. I actually be thinking about this stuff.
It costs we said the wheels, you got them, them wheels be turning in your head, now you got me thinking. I said, man, I did increase my price last night. I did. I really did. I said, I increased my thing. Dang, what impact?
Exactly. You got to think about product, your funnel.
Yes.
Is it attached to a funnel page? What does that look like? Does it affect any of your payment processors? It's a whole thing. You tell me one price change, I think 6 different spaces.
You see, and that's why we got Candace family. So, saying all the information will be below the like button in the description. So just make sure you hit the like button, then go to the description, then click on her link so you'll learn more about this amazing person. And we're going to talk about this, and we're going to keep the flow going. You talk about human-centered automation.
Yeah.
Can you explain what that means and why it matters in today's business landscape?
Yes, today's business landscape is quite frightening. And it's only frightening because of AI. And I'm not saying that I'm not an advocate of AI. I use AI on a daily basis. I don't copy and paste AI. That's the difference, right? And so you can tell when someone has put a prompt in, it spit out some really great stuff, and they've copied and pasted because there's specific words and specific phrasing and different ways that AI kind of phrases things. And even though you may attach the automations and have the emails and all the different things, there still needs to be a humanistic side to it. AI is there to assist you taking care of your clients and your customers. So, what does that look like? I encourage my clients to do things like handwritten cards for birthdays.
Okay.
Send a voice note, right? I've employed the tactic of, if I have a discovery call with you, we sit down, I hear about your business, you're going to get a video page back from me. So there'll be written things for you to be able to see, but you're also going to be able to hear my voice giving us a recap of everything that we've talked about and my recommendations for go forward and the ability to work together. So I try to let people know, like, I'm behind the work. Like, there's people here working with you. We're still humans here. There's been such a huge disconnect post-COVID. Our parents, business owners, were caught up trying to handle our own mental stability and balance. And then, things have gone like really haywire from a corporate perspective. People are losing their jobs left and right. So there's a lot of individuals who are trying to start businesses. And I encourage people to start a business because they need to have their own, thing to fall back on. You got to have your own foundation because you just don't know. Like, every job out here is an at-will job. But if you have your own foundation, the way that you're going to stand out in this AI age is to let people know there's still a human here running this business. And there's very little non-time consuming things that people could do to just, hey Jay, happy birthday. Hey Jay, happy Father's Day. Simple stuff. Voice recordings. You can send voice notes on IG. I had a business coach. This woman makes millions of dollars. I was on her waiting list, but I hadn't signed up yet. A woman the actual business coach said me, hey Candace, I was just sitting here looking at your IG. Looks like you do. How come you haven't? And I was like, yo. And what it does is oh my God, she took the time to really look through my social media and send me a personalized message. And signed up within days.
Come on now.
That stuff goes a long way. So just letting people know, like, I'm here, and you can't be trite with it. Like, it has to be sincere. People know when it's sincere. And there's little things that you could do.
You are watching The Wise Hour with Jay Melane Wise.
You are watching The Wise Hour with Jay Melane Wise.
You're watching The Wise Hour with Jay Melane Wise.
You're listening to The Wise Hour with Jay Wise. Have you not subscribed? Have you not told somebody else? Are we not commenting? We're on The Wise Hour. What we doing?
I love it. 24 karat gold bars dropping D. And actually, you know what? You've been dropping fire, so I'm going to do this. Yeah, Flago. That was definitely Flago. I didn't. I saw that. I saw you caught that. But yeah, you set the nets on fire right there, and I love the approach. And you have to have the mindset of just seeing how you're going to adapt in certain areas in your life. And I had to do this same adapt. I had to do it a lot. And the question is, how much do I want to do it myself, or do I need to, like you said, look into a coach and be able to. I learned something. Let me shift this because it just came to my mind. The personal contact, the personal human contact, the personal reach out from a person. You said something that that triggered something just right now. It just came back to my memory. Like you said, that coach reached out to you, and that in amount of days you went ahead and signed up because you felt a connection. That person had made the effort. How often do we do not, or we do make an effort and we see the results of not or doing the effort? And she made an effort, a calculated effort on her time. Because time is critical these days. You know, you don't get time back. She went through, not just contacts, she went through your social media to be able to connect with you, to have something in common. She put in the work. And to realize, like you said, she's a multi-million-dollar person. So, you know, and sometimes we get to the point where our brains get so I'm established and stuff, that we realize we forget the human connection.
Yes.
We forget the human connection of people. We all are people. We all are striving to make things happen. We're all here to, as the wise hour do, to empower and to inspire. And you just inspired me. Is like you said, a personal message, like you say, a written one, but also a video one. As me, as a video and audio learner, I learn quicker with when I see a video and I see it, I attain it quicker than sometimes when it's being written. Now, writing is very important because I have learned the process of understanding how writing works for your mind, and so it all comes to balance. But for me, I have learned that I'm a visual and audio learner first. So by you incorporating that, you got me thinking, I have reached out to people in the past with certain things, and they respond, and they come back later, and I remember the conversation, but I did not realize the personal impact it had on them because I was just being enduring and just reaching out, and it stuck with them and then motivated and encouraged them. And that what you are very good at doing, not just getting a systematic approach how to do something, but also keeping the human dynamic, the human connection, very part of the system, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's not just a system, cookie cutter system you're doing. It's a system that works for every individual, one form or another. Now, there's some underlying principles there, baselines there, but at the end of the day, you're building it upon what that person purpose is in that life. I love it. I love it. So I want to ask this question. All right. Can you, what is a common system breakdown you see in small business that keep them from scaling?
This one makes me laugh. The common thing that I see often is that people are building the systems for themselves. They build it based on colors they like, what's visually appealing to them, what is fun for them. When 9 times out of 10, that's not who their client base is. Like, my clients are not me. So I can't I can have colors I like. There are colors I like on my website, but it's not. So for example, I had a gentleman who likes bright colors, and he likes like all of these graphics. And he put this funnel page together for corporate individuals who were writing grants. And we had to look at him and go, okay, so sir, that page is like super busy and there's so much in here. And you have to remember your audience.
Okay.
When things are put together. And that's why I always recommend, like, you don't do your own work. Or if you do your own work, make sure that you have trusted eyes that will come back and give you honest feedback.
Come on
that
now.
Understand human behavior and what people are attracted to. If there's too many words because you feel like you want to give them all the information up front, you're going to lose them. People go to websites and funnel pages to validate who you are, not necessarily to make the decision. The decision isn't made on the web page. The decision is made based on interactions, how often they see you, how they feel about you, any connection that's been made. The website is that's just confirmation of who you are and that you exist and that you actually do this for other people. So the biggest lesson is, remember, when you're designing, you're not designing for yourself. That keeps you from scaling. Like, have trusted eyes to be able to go back and take a look at things and say, and don't be afraid to run it by other individuals, right? Like,
Come on now.
I'd send this to a friend of mine. I'm like, all right, cool. What do you see when you see this? What resonates with you? What's too busy? What questions haven't I answered on this page? Do I need to put an FAQ together? An FAQ is cool, right? Is there something, am I giving you too much information up front? Like, what turned you off? What made you scroll?
Wow.
What made you kind of go, that looks all right? Are you telling the value story? Because yes, your services may garner $3,500, but what's the value? Because we look at spending. It's not a spend, it's an investment. But tell me what I'm going to lose if I don't invest. Tell me what the value is. What do I gain by investing?
Yeah. Ooh, 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. And family, I mean indeed. Come on now. And I'm going to continue because you're in the process flow. I love your process flow. So let me go ahead with this one. Can you walk us through what it looked like when a new client works with Strong Future LLC from the beginning? Hey, from beginning to end.
From beginning to end. I typically will start off with a 30-minute discovery call with you because we need to know whether or not we like each other. Do we vibe? I want to know how stuck you are on your thoughts, how flexible you are. From a manager perspective, I want to know how coachable you are. Are you open to others' ideas? Or even the opposite of that, do you just expect to kind of drop it and have me be the brainchild behind it? Because that's not always great either. So, discovery call, we get together. I have an onboarding questionnaire where I am able to assess how well you know your business and if you're really ready to scale or if it's just kind of an idea and you need to go back and think about it some more. I have a young lady that's going through that now. Like she can't even decide on a business name. She just knows she needs a website. And I'm like, ma'am, what are we supposed to do? Anyway, so you go through your onboarding survey. We set up the account. We transfer some assets. If there's assets that need to be created, I create those assets. I primarily build out of Go High Level. That is where my agency exists. That is where my expertise lies. I am a loyalist to Go High Level, but I've built for GoDaddy, HubSpot, Wix, etc. I just don't prefer to build there. Because then I got to go piecemeal Calendly or Kit. I have to piecemeal so many and connect so many pieces, whereas in Go High Level, it's all there. So then I take all of your assets. We build the foundation. But even in the building, there are still conversations about making sure that the client journey is well thought out. How are people going to get to your website and know about you? Are you going to have a link tree? Is it going to be in your social medias? How are people going to know of you? And then once they get there, what is it you want them to know about you and the offers, a la what we were talking about before, right? Mm-hmm. What's the value with working with you? Who are you? Like, how can I connect with you? And I'm really trying to get a lot more of my clients to record more videos because that connection really just comes through in video, but I've got some video shy folks, but we're working on that. After that, then it's, like I said, if it's a product that you're selling, let's make sure all your payment stuff is there. And then what does that after nurture look like, right? Making sure that we've got good email campaigns, some nurture campaigns, that people are very clear about what their next steps are. Are there some additional offers? What are your calls to action? What does all of that look like? So once we have your full ecosystem built, then you're able, we agree on, all right, you got it. you good? You'll call me if you need me? Or do we need to have a series of check-ins where I do like a 30 and a 90, a 6 month and a 1 year? Like, where are we with things? I had a check-in with a gentleman I built for like a year and a half ago. He was like, I'm only using it in class, but I'm kind of redoing some things, but I don't want to lose you. And I'm like, we're good. So I do. I try to check in with people. I've got an update scheduled after this recording. It's just making sure that people have what they need, because one of the biggest mistakes new entrepreneurs make, they're like, I just need a website. I'm like, all right, it's never just a funnel page and it's never just a website. And once you have it, it is never set it and forget it. It's never set it and forget it.
Come on now.
There are updates that need to be made, pricing changes that need to be made, challenges that need to be advertised. You need to make sure that, like Go High Level is constantly developing. So sometimes links break just because you need to be in there checking them. It's not a slam. Like, that's just general tech. You have to know that systemically things don't stay. You have to make sure that you're going in and checking your website, checking your links, making sure that your pages are behaving and performing the way that they are supposed to, simply because those that are the host, your GoDaddies, your Squares, your Wix, etc., they're constantly developing on the back end. So you have to have a trusted source that knows where to go and how to check and understands the journey and how the tags affect the automations, and the automations kick off the campaigns. Like, it's a whole thing, and it's never set it and forget it.
Come on now. Once that 24 karat gold bar dropped in the family, you know what I'm about to do. God, she just laid it out there for you. And that why you need to ask. You are a business owner, an organization, no matter you're big or small. I hope I can say this. No matter how big or small you is, you can engage Candace, and she will more than walk you. She give you what we call a breakdown process of how you can improve your business. So you don't have your website out there just sitting there. You don't have your funnel and just sitting there. You don't have a process out there and it's not executing, it's not able to go to the next stage. I'll call it process stuck. So your process is just stuck. What you do, you want to have somebody like Candace who can go through there and who can strategize, who can help you with system and systematically plan. So like you say, you take care of today, it will be able to take care of your tomorrow. All right, now. So I got a couple more questions I want to ask you before we wrap up this amazing show. All right, you got a what we call swag. Tell us about swag, the decision making model, and how you came up with this.
Yeah, sure. So swag's been around a while. It stands for self-awareness, wisdom, acceptance, and grace. Now, where all of this came from, I actually do remember this one. So again, I spent 17 years with Toyota Financial. And if you guys remember, like, oh man, somewhere between 2013 and 2017 is when they did no, it was before that. Gosh, probably 2010. Toyota redesigned their Sienna minivan, and there was a whole campaign where they called it the Swagger Wagon. And so I had gotten one of the new vans, and I loved my Swagger Wagon. So I called myself the Swagger Mom. You can still find me. Like, my personal IG is Swagger Mom 31 because my birthday's on the 31st. But so swag was always there. It was in emails. It was in my IG handles. Like, swag was always there. And I was like, I need to come up with something. And so I'm also a certified extreme execution coach with Dr. Eric Thomas and Extreme Execution. And I needed a framework and a model to be able to put my coaching clients through. And so swag is super simple, but incredibly powerful and universally applicable. So for example, Before you go into a situation, you need to apply some swag, right? Self-awareness. How are you? Are you happy, hungry, hot, sleepy, excited, caffeinated? Like, how are you? Because that's going to affect your decision making. When it's time to make the decision, apply the W, wisdom. What do you already know? What have you already been through? What experiences can you lean on that are applicable to the situation and can help you create the best outcome? A is for acceptance. Acceptance is a little challenging, right? Because especially if you're making a decision that involves another human being. I'll give you an example. My children's dad, like, we tried twice. I married him twice. It didn't work twice, right? But I apply swag. A, acceptance, because sometimes you just have to accept that people are who they are.
Oh, ooh, facts.
I am who I am. He is who he is. How we see life is very different, and I accept that. We have run our course. It's okay. And then G is grace. Extend yourself grace, because sometimes you'll make a decision that you don't really feel like was the best decision or in your best interest. Another example, I recently was told what my A1C was up. And I was very, very, very upset with myself. Like, it took a couple days for me to kind of get myself together, because none of the men in my family are alive due to complications of heart disease and diabetes. And so I immediately was like filled with all of that angst and beating myself up. And oh my God, I was serving everybody else and I wasn't taking care of myself. And no. Extend yourself some grace, Candace, because the things that you were taking care of were required, and you are still here and have the ability to pivot and make a change and be better going forward, strengthening my future. So self-awareness, how did you feel? Why do you feel that way? Wisdom, what do you already know that's going to help you make a really great decision moving forward? Accept that this is where you are and it's okay because it's just today, and extend yourself some grace. Works with parenting, business decisions, relationships, you name it. Just stop. Where am I? How am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? What do I know to be true? I can just accept that this is a moment, and then extend myself some grace so I can move forward.
Family, that was truly 24 karat gold bars dropped in D. All right, how the others would say, I'm full, I am done, I'm complete. How the band would do, they snatching the cord, they wrap around their shoulder, because you know what, this show is done. That was straight 24 karat gold bars indeed. And hey, you know what? I need a little swag in my life, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply that principle right there. Swag right there. I love it. Self-awareness, wisdom, acceptance, and grace. Come on now.
Sure.
You can't make this stuff up. And you gave
No,
examples
use it
for
and
each
apply
one.
it.
Use it and apply it. And you gave example for each and every one of them. So, family, in case you missed the example, after the end of the show, you can go back, hit the replay on this, and watch this again to make sure you get these notes, because that was 24 karat gold bars indeed. All right. On the Wise Hour, I have a question I must ask you. So, define the word life and what life means to you.
Life. Listen, especially given like the recent tap on the forehead about health and wellness, knowing that I just graduated my baby and she's going off to college, knowing that in 2 weeks I get to fly to Texas and go celebrate my grandmother's 99th birthday, God willing. 99. She's incredible, right? Life looks a little different now. God, they always talk about how you get later in life and you just, all of a sudden it's all this reflection. And it is, because your 20s, you're out there being amazing. And in your 30s, you're like, okay, I should slow down a little bit. Your 40s, you're like, hold on, the train's moving too fast. And then you hit your 50s and you're like, okay, wait a minute, hold on. We just gonna sit here just a second and do some reflection. So life to me, moving forward, my strong future life is one of freedom and flexibility. I love being an entrepreneur. I love that I have this business and I get to be the behind the scenes where your win is my win and it helps me win too. And as long as I have an airport and a good internet connection, I'm able to like be a part of that win. Life is freedom. Life is choice. Life is the ability to make a decision to, I'm going to move to Texas next year. Okay, cool. Let's go. If I don't like Texas, then we'll go to Virginia. If I don't like Virginia, maybe I'll come back to California. Probably won't, but I could, right? Life is freedom and choice and gratitude. I'm incredibly blessed, surrounded by incredible people who trust me. And there are a lot of people in this world who are not trusted.
Ooh.
And that's a blessing to be counted as a person that is trusted. So yeah, life is freedom, integrity, and trust.
Come on now. Now that was truly 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. I love it. I love it. Freedom. I look at life as this, is living in freedom daily. You know what I'm saying? Every day. So look, so, and like you say, the approach, you want to go and you want to move to Texas, that, hey, if not, you want to move to California, back to California, you choose, you say you may not, but if so, but the thing is actually pursuing life. And what I say about pursuing life is, we have the ability to be able to not be stuck in our circumstances. We can use systematic approaches, as you are a specialist, you're a specialist in, to be able to move forward. Don't mean everything right, like you already mentioned. Hey, I had made some things, I had made some errors in my life. Guess what? I accepted. Out of part of that swag, I made, I accepted. But guess what? I'm walking by grace. I'm good. I'm gonna move forward in the things I need to be. And I thank you for coming in. And hopefully hopefully our schedule will align again, and you can come in and drop some more 24 karat gold bars. And I don't want you to be a one-time guest. I love you. Come back on the podcast again and talk about more systematic approaches how we can do business, as you are, like you say, you have many clients. So with that being said, how can people get in contact with you?
Easiest way to contact me is you can go and find the link tree in my Instagram, and you'll find me at the Candace Mackey, and that's THEE Candace Mackey. And then you can also find me at www.strongfuturesservices.com.
All right, family. I expect y'all to go ahead and click on those links and check it out, because as you already know, now I say now, as you already know, she have key methods to be able to take you to be able to scale your business. While you thinking service level, she already thinking about 6 other places that need to be changed and updated, and she'll customize it based off of you. Now she's just gonna give you a cookie color program or something like that just because it might be improving, because it worked out of 200 people, it might work for 5. She got something that's gonna be customized for you to be able to scale your business to 100%. So definitely check it out. And Candace, I thank you for being on the Wise Hour. I need you to come back. I need you to come back and drop some more 24 karat gold bars indeed.
Listen, it has been my pleasure. Humble thanks for having me. Happy to be here for you and for your community. Look forward to coming back, sir.
Thank you. Family, what's that 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed? The Candace just laid it out for you. I know you want to add a little swag to your life. And as her being a systematic strategist, she'll be able to help you with a lot of things. So definitely check out the links Go to there. If you're looking for somebody going to help you scale your business, you need somebody that's going to customize it and for your needs. And I know I get into trouble at times trying to do everything on my own. It's good to have people who actually can specialize that, so I don't have to, like I said, don't have to think surface level, that somebody else can go and do a deep dive and make sure things are straight. All right, family. I have a merch line. That's the best way to support the channel. So check out the merchandise there and go to the link and purchase a shirt. We're going to be updating with more and more stuff in the near future. So I appreciate everyone who have purchased a t-shirt. And like, again, that's the best way to support the channel. All right, family. Love is a action word. While you take the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. And we'll see you again on the Wise Hour. So, family, take care and peace.
Woke up in the morning, sunshine on my face, feeling all the glory in this time and place. Ready for the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance. The best and greatest day to be alive is today. Living in every way, the best and greatest day. Heart is full of fire, mind is set to go. Rising ever higher, let the rhythm flow. Tomorrow's dreams can't wait. Today I feel so great. In this state of grace, my future will create. The best and greatest day to be alive is today. Live it in every way. Live it in every way. The best and greatest day. Greatest day. Woke up in the morning, sunshine on my face, feeling all the glory in this time and place. Ready for the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance.